This is Ellie.
Hi. And this is Esther. So this is the first Welsh hula hoop convention that Esther and I have decided to organise.
And actually the first convention that's happening in Cardiff, or kind of South Wales for that matter. I mean, I don't even know what's happening in central North Wales, but
yeah,
it's the first that I'm aware of.
Yeah, it's the first that I'm aware of as well. And Esther mentioned it after class once. And initially I thought, oh, there's going to be a lot of organising. And then we also realised that there's hoop conventions all over the world, like everywhere. There's one in Bristol, there's one in Birmingham, they're all over the world, Bali, Australia, everywhere. And so we thought, well, we should have one as well. So that's why we decided to do it.
I think this is such a big community in hoop. You know, it's very much about kind of learning from each other and you know, meeting weekly and going to the park and having a picnic together and being social. It's not just about one little plastic toy. It's got so much more to that. It's about the people you meet. It's about and that's why I think we're trying to just build a whole like kind of network here, not just in Cardiff, but kind of, you know, surrounding areas, and kind of link up to different hoop conventions and weekly meetups and work opportunities. And that's why we've got a lot of information on our blog about that, or hopefully we're building up. But this is kind of the start of it. We wanted people to come here to feel inspired to kind of start the movement of that, because right now it's kind of the scene in Cardiff.
So teaching at the minute we have Miss Polly Hoops. She's an amazing performer. She is a street performer, so she works at Covent Garden and she has her own street show and she tours it all over the world. So she's very much about performance and gathering a crowd. And she's a very multi-skilled hooper. You know, she splits so many on her body. And yeah, she's the youngest street performer in Covent Garden, and she travels all over the world hooping. And
Lisa Lottie is our other one, who's like a YouTube sensation. Anyone that started off hooping will know who Lisa Lottie is. She's on the cabaret scene and she's very beautiful, but she's also a really great teacher. You know, she's very specific, she has really great drills and techniques of doing things, which has communicated really well today. Yeah, just kind of where I'd like to see WHOOPC, which hopefully you all got that. Where I'd like to see it go next. You know, it's kind of started off really small at the moment. We're just kind of like very tentatively finding out who's in Cardiff and around Cardiff. But it'd be really nice to have people sharing skills. You know, like kind of next time if they come and they want to sew, do whatever they want, you know, kind of bring skills here, so we can start kind of doing like almost like a skill share, just as a way of kind of linking people creatively as well. Yeah, and also, you know, like because today, you know, we did some acrobats, we did some circus skills, we did electric swing dance, we did yoga. Hopefully, it's communicated that we're not just doing hula hoop. So I think the more we kind of involve different things, I think the better and greater this could be.
so I got into hula hoop because my husband is involved with No Fit State. So I went to visit him when he was on tour, and there were some hula hoopers in the show, and they were hula hooping and they were drinking tea at the same time. And I love tea, and it just looked really accessible. It was the only circus skill that looked accessible. It looked like I could pick it up and have a play with it and learn. But at the time there weren't any classes in Cardiff, and hula hoop wasn't very big at all then. It was definitely just a circus skill. And then No Fit started classes maybe 6 years later, and so I started going to those classes, and now I teach some of those classes, and I teach my own class. Yeah, and I just really enjoy it. It's just such a good, fun way to keep fit, and you meet some really lovely people who are just as obsessed as I am.
And yeah, mine was kind of like a totally different angle, but I studied contemporary dance in London and kind of did a year of freelancing, kind of dibble-dabbled in different bits of work, but kind of came across No Fit State while they were on tour and started volunteering. So you can just kind of help out in the kitchen, help put the tent up. In exchange, I started to get to know the artists a lot, like staying with them for about 3-4 months, and then just kind of gradually built up skills. And as Ellie said, like the hoop is the most accessible thing, which is what makes it so great. It doesn't matter where you've come from, how if you have a disability, if you find it difficult to learn, there's always something you can do with it. It's just a matter of playing and creating. They asked me to audition as a trainee, and I auditioned doing hula hoop and managed to get on the trainee scheme, and then stayed on to be an emerging artist, and now I'm performing with them in open house. But yeah, it's been really great to return some of those skills that I feel like, I've kind of learned off YouTube and kind of try to grasp what people that I'm meeting and things like this, and it's so great that finally we can bring a group of people together to do exactly that, and hopefully there's going to be loads of like little pathways of where people are going to be able to rebound and create with each other again like this. Definitely. 1, 2, 3, whoopsie! That had to be done.